There's a big question with the law of attraction that you might have. Is success guaranteed? Is your manifestation guaranteed? Is that thing that you want to have in your life guaranteed? Whether you want to grow your business, whether you want to travel the world, whether you want to have the perfect life partner, whether you want to create your dream life, whatever it is that you want to create in your life, is it guaranteed to happen? My opinion on that is you manifest what you believe. If you don't believe it's guaranteed, then it's not going to be guaranteed. If you believe it's guaranteed, then it's guaranteed. A lot of people have struggled. There's lots of videos here on YouTube about letting go with the law of attraction because people are too fixated on that thing happening, wondering whether or not it's going to happen. And it's like, oh, please, universe, bring this thing to me, sort of thing. And that's not the way you want to feel about the law of attraction. If you imagine the universe as a separate entity, as a separate human being looking at you, hoping and wishing and praying for something, it's almost as if you are in a state of lack and hoping and being wishful about it. And so it's important for us when it comes to the law of attraction that we have certainty. We want to have certainty about what we want. In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about it, and he doesn't say certainty, he says faith. He talks about it as faith. And actually, this was my first biggest manifestation when I had read that book. So I read the book Think and Grow Rich, and the chapter faith, when I read it, I was like, wow, you just need to be absolutely certain and convinced in your mind that what you're manifesting is true. And at the time, I was actually trying to work with someone to build this business that I wanted to build, but he was just kind of disinterested in working with me. And then when I read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I mastered that chapter of faith, and I got into that high level of convinced, I basically text that same person. I said, I'm going to do it with or without you. I'm going to get it started and get it going. And then all of a sudden he decided that, hey, oh yeah, let's do it. Let's get it started. And literally 2 months after, I had made my biggest money that I have ever made in my online business. We made around $40,000. And so it goes to show that faith and having that convinced, guaranteed mentality is key to success with the law of attraction. So there's 3 ways that I'm going to share with you to make it guaranteed in your mind so that you are total aligned with this thing that you are wanting to have. Because with the law of attraction, we have to imagine it as 2 different particles. So let's say particle A over here is the thing that you want to manifest, and particle B is you, okay? And you're trying to attract A. All right. And so in order to attract A, you need to resonate on the same frequency. The frequency of having this is guaranteed. If you feel like this is guaranteed, then it shows up in your life. Not if you're hoping and wishing. When you're hoping and wishing and you're praying, now it's on a pedestal. Now it's, outside of you. Now it's going to take time and it's going to take effort and all of this stuff. So the first way that I want to share with you, and the thing that you need to understand the most, is most people, what they do is they question whether or not what they're doing, if they're doing it well. I'm doing it well. Comment below if you know what song that is. So like I said, people they question themselves. When you question anything, you're dismantling the belief, okay? This is how you reprogram yourself. You question any belief. If you're questioning if you're doing something well, if you're doing something right, guess what? You're automatically doing it wrong. And so if you're automatically doing it wrong, you feel like, well, how is it going to manifest if I'm doing it wrong? You're out of alignment straight away. So you need to know 100% the techniques, the strategies, the systems that you're using in terms of the law of attraction. You need to know with absolute certainty that you're doing it right. It should be absolutely, this works. And the way I am doing it works. Because the truth about our reality is you just need to think of an idea and then add emotion to it. That's the key fundamental thing to the law of attraction. Neville Goddard's got a book called The Feeling is the Secret. And so as long as you apply feeling to it and you add emotion to it and it's real and you're living in the end and it's happening to you right now as you imagine it in your mind, then you're doing it right. And so you need to get out of your mind that you're doing it wrong, or you're not doing it well, or you're not doing it right. Now, the second thing I want to share with you to make your manifestations guaranteed is you should be confused about your external reality. You should be like, what? That doesn't make sense, right? Your visualization, your imagination, the way you feel about what you want to manifest should feel so real to you that you're like, oh, you kind of forget that external reality still exists and things are still that way. You should be so convinced of what's in here and so repellent to what's out there that what's in here is more powerful than what's out there. Does that make sense? It should feel like, what's going on, right? That doesn't feel right. This feels right. This feels And so it's almost as if the external reality is playing catch up with your emotions and your emotional state. And so this is why it's so important to use that time before bed to convince your subconscious mind this is your reality. The stuff that you're imagining, the living in the end, is happening right now, and you have it right now, and you're living it right now. It's not in the future, it's not out there, and it's not going to take a lot of time and all of this stuff and whatever it is. You're already experiencing it, and that is your reality. And now your mind's a little bit confused because you almost forget, like you almost forget that your bank account is this way, or your business is not how the way you want it to be yet, or you're not living in your dream life apartment or your dream lifestyle yet. You are just in it. You feel like you're there already, and that is the kind of way you want to be. You want to be confused essentially around how you feel versus what you're seeing in the external world. That's another way to know that you're actually doing it right. You need to convince your subconscious mind to the point where your external reality is just like, huh? What's going on? Now, the third thing I want to share with you is not believing that the external world has influence around how you feel. That the external world is going to stop your manifestation. For example, people, circumstances, situations are going to stop you getting where you want to be in life, in your business, in your success, in your happiness, in your joy, in your fulfillment, in your spirituality. And one of the things I do to get into this space is I don't manifest based on what life is telling me I need to manifest. I'm manifesting through connecting in with source, with God, with a higher power, you see. And so it feels totally aligned. I know it's coming through me, not coming at me, and my mind's convinced that I should have this thing. I should have these material things. I should even have relationships and all of these things. You've been taught all of this stuff. And it needs to come through you, not to you. And when it comes through you, you're like, oh, it's guaranteed now. God told me this is where I'm supposed to go. This is the direction I'm supposed to go in. And so you're manifesting through source. You're manifesting based on consciousness rather than the ego-based mentality. I don't think we're supposed to necessarily use all of our will onto life. I think we need to be in alignment with life. I think we need to learn how to navigate life. I feel like most of what we are learning from the external reality is that you need to work hard, you need to push, you need to hustle, you need to grind, you need to do all of these things in order to create your reality. Now, I'm not saying to be lazy. I work hard. I do a lot of focus. However, it's aligned. It's aligned focus. It's aligned work. And so it feels natural and normal to me. It feels kind of effortless. I enjoy what I do. And I always say success is knowing where you are, knowing where you want to be, and enjoying the process. And so as you begin to enjoy the process, it's just a way easier for you to create that into your reality. And many of us are manifesting based on wounds, based on needing a relationship because I feel unfulfilled on the inside and I feel someone's going to complete me. Or I need to build this successful 6-figure, 7-figure business because I feel inadequate because my dad used to beat me when I was younger. These are the things that we are doing to gain a certain level of significance and to feel valid and important in the world. And we are chasing success based on lack. And what I suggest that you do is you change that and you realize that you are success now and work on becoming whole and complete and approaching success from that space. And that helps you create what you want, guaranteed, because you realize that you feel abundant and you feel good in the now, and you're not chasing something to fulfill a void within. So get to the point where what you are wanting to create feels 100% guaranteed. Get to the point where you feel totally connected with source, totally connected with the universe. You start to realize all your ego-based wants will actually start to go out the window, and you're just channeling truth. You're channeling pure wisdom. You're channeling pure love, and you are channeling what the universe is guiding us to do as a light worker, light warrior, a spiritual entrepreneur, coach, a mentor, or healer or practitioner, all right? And so if you are a practitioner, if you are a healer, if you are someone that's a spiritual based entrepreneur, if you're someone that's a spiritual go-getter and you want to get the most out of life and struggling to break through to the next level, you're not quite seeing the results that you want in your business, you're not quite seeing the results in your life, you want to live that dream life, you want to travel the world, you want to make people happy, and you want to impact the world in a really powerful way, I suggest checking out our free consultation at neutralityshifting.com, where we help individuals just like you take your life and your business to the next level. So if you're wanting to become our next success story, head on over to neutralityshifting.com now. There'll be a link in the description where you can go ahead and check that out as well. Make sure you check out this video right here. It's about acting as is, which is basically a way to really powerfully create your reality. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.